Well, they're rolling the sleeves up, George. If they win it with defence here, then you can't begrudge them the trophy. White. Riley. Towards the line goes Martin Riley. Matty G, what a tackle. White. Leak with a change of direction and another. It's on the hooter, it's the last play. Hooley.
Oh, that's dangerous, that ball.
It's still alive, Meadows. He's kicking for the corner. If Halifax take this, they've won it. He's still alive. He's come out of the back. Batley throwing it around. Desperate stuff from the Bulldogs. Still there's a chance here. Meadows. Last play. Hooley's there. He wants it. Hooley keeps it going. There.
What a try!
Unbelievable finish. And Elliot Keir scores. Batley have a kick to send us to a tie. What Wembley drama. An unbelievable score on the hooter. They threw the ball around, they have nothing to lose. Elliot Keir gives Luke Hooley the kick of his life.
You look up the scoreboard, you're up 12-6, and then all of a sudden there's 5 to go. Like, come on, let's hold this out. And we defended our line for the last 8 minutes. And yeah, that was the longest 8 minutes of my life, I think.
That last play, I think they start 2 meters away from my try line. They pass to Leakey. I end up making the tackle, but slipping away, he offloaded it.
The hooter goes, so all we're thinking is, right, just kill this ball now, and then it's game over, it's done. And they go shift to one side, come back to the middle, kick it.
The kick to one black side, you feel like, oh, we could have dealt with it then, but we don't. And then I think there were 1 or 2 other times we could have shut it down and stopped it, and game would have been done. But I think we were just half a second off.
That's what we say. We want them to score on the last play of the grass in the corner if they're going to score. And you'll watch people on the video. There's people running left to right, that whole set, just chasing them down.
Brandon Moore running across, I remember his little legs flying around in the background. But that effort made them score on the last blade of grass in the corner.
Disbelief, I think, obviously. I think the Hooters went and the ball was still in play for about 30 seconds after, wasn't it? Fair credit to them, they kept it alive, and they threw quite a few speculators and they just got the bounce of the ball, it went to hand, it stuck, which is like, they were just daring, weren't they? They had to throw it anyway, because obviously the Hooter had gone, they were behind, and a couple of times we just nearly shut it down. I think once or twice I nearly stopped it, and they just got them mad lucky offloads where they went to hand and they stuck.
How many offloads? Do you reckon they had 30 offloads, 30 passes throughout that? And that ball come across my side and they put a kick across field. Thinking back to it, I should have just jumped up and just tried to bat it into the sideline and either give a penalty away or something like that. But the winger got above me and tapped it back, and then they went all the way across the other field. But because all the boys scrambled across to help us out, left them short over there. So I'm scrambling across back there.
And because everyone had tied in, and I think obviously I were right wing, I were tucking in under sticks in case they kicked back. So I were out of position, obviously, and then they ended up with a 3-man overlap, and I think they just got it down on last blade of grass in corner. Obviously, Hooter had already gone, so we knew if we'd have dealt with it, game were over. But
on the back of that, we just obviously dug in right until that. Obviously, they scored in the corner on the Hooter, which probably one of the best tries I've ever seen, to be honest. But
it's probably one of the best Wembley tries that'll probably be around for the rest of the time. So yeah, I was when they scored, just that feeling. You're like, oh, have we just bottled it? Have we just thrown it?
Obviously, we were wounded at that moment in time, but obviously knew it were a difficult kick to come.
It couldn't be a tougher kick.
I'm stood obviously with the other side, and as he kicked it, it just looks like it's gone through.
After literally 2 seconds in the air, I'm thinking, oh, he's got it.
Dead honest with you, I had no belief that that was going over.
When he's lining up, just hoping that he'd miss it. Like,
To be fair, it felt like the longest kick I ever seen.
But yeah, I was like, please miss.
If he misses, Halifax have won the cup.
And I saw it like go this side of the post, and I was like, oh my god, and just like.
He's put it wide! Luke Cooley has put it wide! Halifax hang on! But what a cup final! Batley gave it everything second half. They were one kick away from golden point extra time. Hooley's kick fades wide, and it's Halifax Panthers who win at Wembley for the first time in 36 years.
A whirlwind of emotions. Ecstatic, emotional, just everything in between. Like, obviously it's not sadness, but like I just I cried a bit, just like how proud I was.
Kind of didn't know what to do. I remember jumping the fence and to the fans that you could give a high five, went around there and give everyone a high five, and celebrated with them, and I really soaked it in.
A complete wreck, I suppose, crying and happy and just like celebrate. I don't know, I can't really remember. Just ran on, jumped on whoever, and we're absolutely buzzing. Couldn't believe it. What had just happened, really.
Honestly, I wouldn't even be able to tell you. I'd have to look back and see what I'd done, because I reckon for a good 20 seconds after that, I just didn't even know what was going on, to be honest. We were just running everywhere.
Like, just don't even think, just run into the game, lash out, everything. Loads of screaming and just running to get everyone, and after you start like realizing that I never won anything in my career, and now like I won something at Wembley.
It's honestly a blur. Ran shaved to the crowd and was like cheering with them, and because I did, like, you play for your mates, but that was one for the town and for the community. So and then getting around the boys, hugging all the boys. I remember Grixie coming over and just like, he likes to hold his cards close to his chest, Grixie, but you could see how much that meant to him as well. And obviously this is his final year with us. You could see how much it meant to him. And
no, I don't know. It's just funny. Hard to pin down to just a sentence or a word, but I think in that little box there was me, Kim, Damo, Scott and Cruxer. The immediate bit, like everyone's hugging each other, and I'm just like, I missed it. Just having a couple of seconds of it, letting it come in, letting it sort of sink in, and then just that quick hug for everyone in there. Just look out again, and you just see blue and white just going crazy, lads running around everywhere.
We've all celebrated as a team in Golas, and then obviously went to the fans and all carried on. And I had one of my best mates, and Louis was one of the first ones just to turn around and see him and just give him a big hug, which is, it's just, when you're playing, I played with him for 3 years, and we both always wanted to win something and do something for this club. It was just nice to see him, one of the first blokes that you embrace with.
Just everyone celebrating. It was I'll never be able to replicate that feeling, and something that I'll take to the grave. And that feeling that always we did that. Like, we went there and we, out of everything that could have happened, we went there and we won that game. Everything that led up to it perfectly was the perfect recipe for us holding that trophy, and it was such a good feeling.
I think, wow, I've just won the trophy at Wembley. Sort of relief that you won't let your mates down, because I think about stuff like that, I'm like, what if I let 2 tries in the day and we lose, and then I've let everyone down at Wembley, or this or that. And then the realisation you've just won a trophy at Wembley, and just the whole thing, like, you've just got a full package of emotions which all seem to come out within the space of 2 minutes, and it was just really enjoyable and a relief at the same time, like you say.
Yeah, I've spent time with the boys in front of the fans, and I went over to mum, dad, partner and kids. Unfortunately, they weren't allowed on the pitch with us, but that's one of them. It's out of our hands, wasn't it? But good to see them there and how happy they were. And
again, it was a really good celebration with us and the fans, which came in numbers. And there again, what I had in mind is to make the most of it. Probably the first and maybe the last title I'll win. So I was like, just embrace everything, make the most of it.
Yeah, feeling wish could bottle it up, really.
And obviously on field, then you've got kitmen, yourself, other coaches, tears everywhere. I'm not good with that. I'm not a crier, but when I see other people crying, like mates and that, gets you a little bit. But I held it together. There's a few other people who let themselves down a little bit, really. I won't name names, but a lot of emotion. It meant a lot to a lot of people, and again, I go back to the point of lads from Halifax. It meant a lot to everyone, but Calais, Bob, Salter, Damo, Irv, Cav. Big Cav might have been showing a bit of emotion as well out there, which you don't see often.
Yeah, no, but again, pride really. I did walk past them all, so I was heading off. I walked past them, and I could see them with the families and the joy and the pride in parents and wives and sons and daughters with the players. It was a joy to see. And again, if you could bottle it, then I would encourage them to bottle it and keep it and put it on for future, because there's not many opportunities like that.
And all I wanted at the time is just to find my partner. I just wanted to see her, and it was hard because I didn't know where exactly they were sat. And even when we're going up the stairs, I was like trying looking, and when I saw her, it was just like a relief. Loads of happiness, proud, loads of tears. You start thinking about everything and nothing. It's just amazing. I never lived something like that before, like winning something. Yeah, you think about everything you've been through to get to that point, the high, the lows, the sacrifices that you have to make, especially now, I mentioned before, you're part-time player, full-time. Sometimes I leave the house at 6 in the morning, I come back at 9:30. There's loads of pressure on you, your family, like you have to tell your kids, no, you're not going to go on holiday in summer, or no, you're going to go on a weekend. You miss loads of things through that. But when things like that happen, play at Wembley and win a title, it's worth it. It's worth it because it's emotions that you won't live in a normal world. So it just like justify every sacrifice that you have to do, that your family has to do. This justifies it.
Making my mum proud, and my niece and nephew, my brother's missus, and my brother, to make all them proud were a big moment for me, and I just want to sort of that moment celebrate with them. And even though I wasn't with them and they were up in clouds in second stand, like I just wanted them to know I was absolutely buzzing that I could do that for them and myself. And then I think I sort of took that in, and then I don't know, I think I went straight over to Batley because I know how much that would have hurt to lose a game like that, and I'd have been, it'd still be hurting me now, and I wouldn't be surprised if it still hurts some of them. I can imagine it does. And I just went and shook hands, and you sort of apologise, even though you can't do all about it. It's just there's a winner and a loser. But I just went over and like I was sort of saying sorry to some of them, because you feel bad, like it's just a rubbish spot to be in for them. But like you've just had one of the biggest days of your life and you've just lost, and it feels rubbish. But I just tried shaking lads' hands and giving them a pat on the back and all that malarkey, just saying hope they're alright or sorry or whatever. But you have winners and losers in sport, don't you? Fortunately, we won't win inside, and unfortunately for Batley, they won't lose inside. But I just tried being as gracious as possible in victory.
Wow. Has Wembley seen a day of drama like this knocking on the inside? And it ends in bitter fashion with a dramatic end.
Wembley, you've just won a trophy there.
I care more about the facts boys in the arena, but
same job, different office.
Mate, so proud of you, mate.
Unreal.
Honestly.
Unreal.
So proud of you.
Oh.
You won a trophy at Wembley.
Unreal, mate. Look at that, though. Unreal.
Buddy, you just won a trophy at Wembley.
Unreal!
Because there is a lot going through your mind, but the thought of my family, my friend, like I think you're just trying to celebrate that, like you understood what just happened. Do you know what I mean? But there's no words that can emulate the feelings that's going through, because there's so much. You want to cry, you're so happy, you want to cry, you feel for Batley, but at the same time, like you're so happy that you just won, and then you see your teammates and they're on such a high, and then it escalates your high. And I couldn't even put into words what that meant or what that feeling is. Yeah, just crazy, I guess. I'll just say crazy.
Yeah, obviously 8 years ago I was crying because we're losing, and at the time no French player has won a Wembley, so it was like I couldn't make history for France as well. So, and also we lost by a lot, so it was lots of emotions. But this time it was like a happy emotion, happy tears, and yeah, like finally win something that will stay forever. Nothing's gonna take away from me. So yeah, we just little stuff like that come into your mind.
You're emotionally that high, you're in a different place then, as if you're just on a level grounded playing field and you're walking up there. I think for me, I was walking up with Adzi, and I think Don took a video of me and him off. We were trying to get a photo going up the steps and that, and I think I was trying to walk up slow just to try and make that moment last as long as it could, and then I think there was someone behind us saying, "Oh, you have to catch up with people in front of you," and I'm like, "No, just let them go. We're like, might not get this again." Just trying to embrace the time we had there, now walking up slow, try to just soak it in and just enjoy that occasion.
Oh, it's just, okay, it's a bit of a blur, but obviously you see the lads and what it means to them. It touches you, and you're like, you just want to be around them, just put your arm around them and say, "Yes, mate, it's real. You've done it. We've done it." You know what I mean? And how special it is, and just be around the lads. And you know, we had all the photos taken, all the cup thing, lifting the cup in front of the fans and that, and yeah, you just kind of sink it all in, and yeah, this is a special moment.
Sometimes it was also taking myself back and just looking around what was going to be happening, and try at the same time to make some memories, make some pictures, because that's definitely something I'm going to be telling my kids, telling my grandchild, and anyone who wants to hear that I was there at Wembley, I won, and it was amazing, and look at this, look at that. So yeah, it was great. It was just and same after I've been able to go see your family in stand and celebrate with them, and yeah, it was just amazing. Like something I'll keep in mind as well is my father-in-law, which is again a man of a few words. Is not really a showing guy, and even there it was like hugging me, kissing me. It was like half crying as well. So it was just like seeing what seeing that, it was nice as well, especially for my father-in-law. So it was really, really nice to hear that, and I'll remember that forever.
Good to look round, see friends and family there, and how much they were happy for us. I don't know, just going up the steps, knowing what's going to be at the end of it. Getting us medals. Good feeling.
Is that the highlight of your career?
Yeah, it's got to be, hasn't it? Yeah, I've had some good moments and memories, but I think winning at Wembley, lifting Shawfield, punching the boys, yeah, it's got to definitely be up there.
Oh, yeah, obviously we'd calmed down obviously from the celebrations on the pitch, but at that point I was trying to spot my parents in the crowd, and walking up the steps my dad was stood there, so obviously I had a moment with him. Getting back quite emotional, to be fair. And it just set, I just thought it was the longest walk I've ever took, I think. And then I see my missus and dad and my mum up at top, and I waved at them. And then yeah, I was just really proud, yeah.
I probably wouldn't do it justice if I tried to articulate it and what it meant to me. It was bloody hard, I tell you what, there's a lot of them, wasn't there? I think I was cramping at that point, so I was going up going, oh my God, get me up here now, someone carry me. But just to see all the happy faces, you're shaking hands with people, and I was elated, mate. It was such a special, that is one thing that I can remember quite vividly and clearly, and going up them stairs and the faces I've seen, and getting my medal put on me. That is one thing I can remember. I remember shaking Beaumont's hand actually, because you couldn't miss him in his what they call leopard print suit or whatever. But yeah, special, mate, very special.
Yeah. There's people that you haven't seen for a bit at see the side, saying well done, and people from rugby, and yeah, it was kind of surreal. Didn't know, I just followed crowd, I suppose. I didn't know where or going or what we're doing, but ended up at top where you lift your trophy up. Yeah, and obviously a mad feeling, really.
It was just, like I said before, obviously leading them out, just a proper proud moment for me, but being able to do that is a once in a lifetime thing, and one that'll last in my memory forever, to be honest.
Yeah, emotional, yeah, I think all the way, cuddling everyone, giving sweaty hugs to everyone, and then that was just good, to do it with this team. Probably hardest part was climbing up the steps to go get a trophy and that, because I climb up and I see family in stand, they've always been there since I'm 3, driving everywhere all the way in France. So see them, I'll be honest, I couldn't look at them at all. I know if I look at them, I'll be crying like a baby for the next 20 minutes. That wouldn't look good on picture. Trust me that. So as soon as I see them, I put my head down straight away. But yeah, good to have them. I think after the cool down a bit, good to see them, have a few pictures with them, and share, with this moment with family is always unreal. Family, my family, and the family I got on the rugby pitch as well.
Go the Panthers.
But this is the happy walk up the steps. Reserved this evening at Wembley for Halifax. Led up by the player of the match, Louis Dupre. Ben Woodburn Hall and Jake Mazin making their way up, along with Brandon Pickersgill. And Louis Dufresne will collect his Ray French medal as player of the match this afternoon. And there you can see Derek Beaumont still there, enjoying the moment.
I'm surprised he can still see Derek Beaumont. I reckon he's sunk about 27 pints of lager since his team won the Challenge Cup there. Louis Dufresne certainly deserves his Man of the Match award, barring that one kick which Simon mentioned again in yardage, which you'll have to learn from.
Well, it's Derek's company, of course. AB Sundex, sponsors of this 1895 Cup. Louis Dufresne with a Ray French medal. And the Panthers poised for their moment. A moment they have waited for since last winning the Challenge Cup in 1987. 36 long years. They did make it back here 12 months later, beaten finalists in 88. But a long, barren run of big game success. Until now. This is Halifax's moment.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful moment for what is a club steeped in history, George, isn't it? And commiserations to Batley, as we say, but this is the Panthers moment, and their loyal band of fans behind the post there that have willfully egged them on to defend the line at the end of the game, which has got them over the line.
3 gripping finals on Wembley Finals Day. St Helens women winning the first ever Betfred Women's Challenge Cup to be played at the National Stadium here. Lee Leopards dramatically etching their name into the history books as the first ever Golden Point extra time winners of the Challenge Cup. And now for the first time Halifax Panthers have their name on the AB Sundex 1895 Cup.
Yeah, Brandon Moore, the skipper, isn't he? Very proud moment for Brandon, his family, and everybody associated with the club.
He scored the first try in the final, and now he gets his hand on the trophy. Brandon Moore, and Halifax Panthers celebrate. They've had a long old wait to feel emotions like this, but Wembley awaits and applauds the Halifax Panthers. 36 years after they last lifted silverware up those famous steps here at Wembley, Halifax have their moment. They are the 2023 AB Sundex 1895 Cup winners. A compelling final, and Halifax worthy winners.
Yeah, absolutely sensational. And these are memories that will last a lifetime, George. I put an X out on social media, or as it's called now, about the cup I won and the final I won, and these are memories that can never be taken away from you as a player. You remember these for the rest of your life, and they're so important to remember and celebrate, because they don't come around too often in a rugby league player's career. So absolutely congratulations to the Halifax Panthers, Simon Griggs, the board of directors, everybody associated with the club.
The night now belongs to the Halifax Panthers. Lachlan Walmsley descending with the trophy to start the party for the Panthers.
Thank you for coming.
Yes, Benji.
Any pints knocking about, Buzz? Take off someone.
Let's take a video.
Yes, Emma.
Yeah, so you get up there, receive your medal, shake a few hands, get congratulated, which is obviously a nice feeling. Going up there as a winner, instead of obviously being on the opposite end. So to get that medal and then the trophy comes and all lads lift it and celebrate together, I mean, just a massive high really. Just a proud moment, just thinking, yeah, we've done it, we can enjoy it now and not worry about kind of anything that had happened before, or you in that moment get to celebrate and enjoy. And then
obviously you can look back on it now, but in the time you just being there, you know, you're just in that moment, and obviously you're not thinking about us coming. I don't know, it's more when you look back on it and understand like how good it was and how much it meant to everyone in the club and what had come before you and all that and who's played there. But yeah, I suppose at the time it were a bit surreal. It was like, we just won, haven't we? Couldn't believe it.
Oh yeah, definitely my highlight of my career. I think there's been a few of us obviously here a long time, and obviously Bob and Adzi, and to get to do it with like them boys obviously meant the world. So it was good, yeah.
Because it was me, him, Bob, Salty, or last up or something, and the trophy wasn't even in the centre. It was like we lifted it on the side. I think we were trying to push him to get in the middle. That I remember, because I think I was the last one up or so, and I was shaking everybody's hands at the top. And he had already started celebrating before I even got back. I was like, hey, what's going on? Now I know why, because he grabbed it. Right.
It's nice to see him just about lift it without those biceps, isn't it? I mean, it's quite funny watching those little arms go in the air, isn't it now? But yeah, that was one of the things I'm talking about when I say it's nice. It was nice to see it happen. It was nice to see that. It was nice to stood pitch side watching that happen.
Just overjoyed, really. It's hard to describe unless you're involved. I don't know. It's a tough one, like. Especially how we've been going in the league, so hit and miss, and then to do so well at that, like we needed it. Do you know what I mean? And to have earned that, we had a tough run, like you said. Featherweight, beat Bulls here, London away. Like we'd earned it, and it was just like I don't know, just when it dawned like we'd done it and where we was and how we'd done it with this group. Oh man, it was a good feeling to be a Wembley winner.
Just it's a bit like Adzi and myself. I count myself as like Halifax being a second home. So, yeah, to be able to help those boys, Bobby, Ben, there's the whole list of Adam. Probably forget something, Tommy and then all them sort of boys that are Siddle juniors, Ellen juniors, the lot. Just to be able to help get them boys a bit of silverware for themselves, but for their junior club, it's where they started. I'll always take pride in that, and it's just a sense of achievement for them, and to be able to experience that with them as their first time as well. Yeah, it's quite amazing.
Mum and Dad watched it on what's it called, our league app. They got to watch the game. Mum's a bit annoyed at the app actually. Kept cutting off. Sorted out. But no, my family got to watch. But I think even just to see everybody else's family, you become family, friends, and little extended members of their families, and to see them celebrate with obviously our teammates or their kids, yeah, very emotional to see. But also pleasing because they got to, witness that for their kids and so forth.
Watching the boys lift the trophy, that were a nice, satisfying moment. So I think relief's probably an element of that. There's an element of relief because it's over, because that much goes in. Relief that there's some reward for that hard work. And then after that, I just think really satisfying and proud as well. They're an extension of your family while you're leading them, I suppose, and to see them achieve something that they probably never thought they'd do, a lot of them, and some of them will have another opportunity to do it again, or potentially don't have an opportunity with their age and whatnot. Really nice to be part of, and me, Fuzz, it ain't really about me anyway. I'm more interested in that bit and just seeing us do well, and hopefully, whether it's a bit naive or foolish, I don't know, but hopefully some positivity to come off the back of it. In not the immediate straight after, but in the weeks and months ahead, where we need more people watching us and we need to grow to keep up. Really, we spoke about Super League and all these bits for a long time, and if we're ever to attain it, you got to capitalise on getting some attention, and we've got some attention attached to us at the moment, which is cool. So yeah, satisfied, proud, and yeah, definitely an element of relief in there.
Yeah, definitely. I think from a commercial point of view, obviously, for ourselves as a board, relatively new board, to have that success early on was fantastic. We had a time whereby you kind of pinch yourself really just to see if this is actually really happening. But then, yeah, I mean, commercially, it just puts you on the map. We haven't had an awful lot of success on the pitch. We've finished seasons in good positions, but we haven't actually had any silverware. So to do that was obviously a breakthrough, really. And obviously, it's now about building upon that for the future.
Obviously, we go down onto the pitch, everyone's diving around, getting a spot in front of winners boarding and just getting the photos together and the celebrations, and then obviously taking the photos over to crowding corner and lifting it up and fans celebrating. I think there's a picture of me and Pickers together, both holding one side each, and there's a good picture of us both together just in front of fans lifting cup, and kind of that's what it's all about really. And then obviously after that died down, we got opportunity to have photos with us as family and bits and bobs at pitch side, which again was a nice feeling and nice little memento.
Like obviously you're up top with all lads, but then when you're with the banners and all the signs down bottom, everyone's there, staff and players, and that's what it is, isn't it? Like yeah, us 17 and whoever else walk up top to get the trophy and get a medal, but at the end of the day, like it's the staff and the coaches and everyone in between, and the 18th man that day, and the players who didn't play, like they're involved as well. Like it's a painful spot to be in, being an 18th man or not playing, or in Crooks's case not being available to play. Like they're tough positions, and for people like that, like yeah, they didn't play that day, but they played their part, and I have no but respect for people who dealt with getting dropped for that game, or Tom Inman being 18th man. That's a very tough role to play, and also like with the backroom staff and yourselves and everyone in between, how much effort went in like this now, and the players' profiles, the JK organising hotels and people booking coaches, the work that Sarah does, the time that Simon puts in away, and just meals and money from the club and just everything in between. Like that's, I know not everyone's in that picture, but when more people are in, it like just shows what the club is. Like yeah, it's us 17 up top collecting them medals, but like that there is more of what should be there than just the 17, because that's what it's about. That's why we won that trophy at the end of the day.
Yeah, he's all over it, shot. Let's go then! What's the beer? Get me in. Woo! Yeah, man!
Here it comes.
Looking in for one. 3 towards.
Let's go, baby! Woo! Let's go now, Bjorn.
I think just seeing whether you were playing or you weren't, like just how happy and proud they were to have accomplished what these things happen, and obviously seeing their families and seeing the hugs and the photos, and I managed to get a video of Zach and his mum. His mum were running down and she had a phone in the back of her hand hugging him, and I think they just embraced him for that long. Like I realised what was happening, she was proud of them, and I snatched their phone off and I was filming that for them. My missus also had it on her phone, filming from a different perspective as well of this moment, and for me, knowing Zach and knowing his relationship with his mum and him being in Halifax town or Halifax lad, I was grateful that I got to capture this moment for him and his mum, and that's something that hopefully they'll cherish for the rest of their life.
At what point does it sink in what you have achieved?
I don't think it really ever did, really, until you sit back now and obviously you look back and you see the pictures, and it just brings back like good memories, and I just hope that we can do it again.
Just to feel that we've done something for Halifax and the Panthers, or Halifax Rugby League as a whole.
It sunk in for me. I had a bit of a cry actually at the do we'd organised the next day. It really, I let out a lot of emotion that day actually. I think it was a lot of pent up emotion, and I think it was there with Louis and Keezy, and it really sunk in for me there, and it was like just seeing all the families, people like how happy everyone was and stuff like that. It really got to me, that, because obviously I'd had my family down there, but when I come back up I was kind of on my own, so I think that really, I let out a lot of tears then, and how much it meant to me then, it really sank in.
To see how much it meant to everybody, like it sort of took me out of my own situation. Just thought like, this is more than rugby league for this lot here, and to be able to give not just the lads, myself, but everyone around the club the opportunity to have that celebration, that it's incredible, and you don't get many of them at all, and I just think even for the club to put something on like that afterwards, to people getting photos of the trophy, and because you don't know how long it's going to be till you ever get something like that again, and it was incredible to see. And
like now you still get bits where you think back and think, bloody hell, I've won at Wembley, but right there and then it hadn't really sunk in massively. it was just like, obviously, absolutely buzzing to just win there. And we beat Batley. we deservedly or needed to beat them again from what they'd done to us. So yeah, it probably hadn't sunk in nowhere near as what it has now, you know. Looking back, you can look back on it a bit. You're just in the moment there and then, aren't you? Not really thinking.
I think we got to celebrate in the middle of the pitch with all their winners band and fireworks and all that kind of nonsense, and then I think just everybody taking turns, obviously, like what you do. I don't know. Yeah. That was pretty fun. I think by then, you know, just doing all of that and the celebrating, like, yeah, we're good. Just wish it would just, your guys' turn and just throw the cup to them, and I don't know. But they're so far back and there were like all these barriers that stop you from getting that close. So, yeah, it is what it is. We're good though.
Fans start chanting, "Give the cup to Simon." Do you remember that?
Mate, I am French. I don't understand what's going on when there's that much noise. I'm just looking and see what's happening. So no, I didn't hear it.
Chant going up, "Give it to Simon." What do you remember of that moment?
Reluctance would be the thing. A bit because I call the lads perverts, fan perverts. They love the attention. Never been me. Never been something I've gone for, to be fair. So yeah, being centre of attention, as I mentioned before, not a big fan of it. But I suppose you can't not lift it, can you? I got a really nice picture of that. I can't remember, I think it might have been Simon who took it, or someone in amongst, I don't know, there's a lot of photographers in and amongst. But yeah, a really good picture. Wembley as a backdrop. All them lads that are absolutely buzzing around you. Nice picture again, another one for the memory bank. But yeah, it gives you a little bit of taste for it, I suppose. Not just the lifting the trophy. I mean, the feeling of victory and winning a big game gives you the, hopefully lights a fire in some of these boys to go and do it all again, and lights the fire in fans to come and watch and support that and help the lads get there again. But yeah, definitely sets some off where you'd like to experience it again, definitely.
Just soaking it in, man.
Yeah, man.
Might never get here again. I love it. Get in, man. Best ever. Best ever. Best moment of my life. How do you kid Monday? Best moment of my life. Only missing maybe Monday night. Oh. Drinking. Just soaking.
You gonna get one?
Yeah, been there, done that.
C'est jamais fait quoi? I love you. I love you too. I love you. Cameras over there. Thank you. I told you, boys, you're not good. You did well. Oh yeah. Oh!
final finishing nil. It's a known fact.
Well, you had to back in the last one, didn't you? Like golden point.
Yeah. I went here, lads, called it golden point time. Keezy, what does that bid mean?
It means give them the ball back.
Right, just text my missus, I'll see you Tuesday, love. My boss is upstairs, he said I'm not in Monday.
Come off, you know, you're just throwing it out.
Anyone drinking Yuzu, it's a fan in a roll. Roll Tuesday.
I know, boys, the vibes are a bit low with the beers. I'm getting a bit edgy.
Back together. So, yes, I think following the game, obviously, you're in changing rooms, just playing group and staff who were involved in that victory, and you share some moments together, you have photos with Cup, and kind of you start realising what you've done.
Just being in Wembley change rooms, I don't know, obviously we wouldn't have been in top-notch ones, what England footballers and something like that, unless I'm wrong, but it were a good moment that to know we just played at Wembley and won, and we had a cup in change rooms and everyone just had smile on faces, absolutely buzzing about like what we'd just done as a team, and we all just went absolutely wild on that winning song, and it were a very, very enjoyable moment.
Is that the best team song you've ever been involved in?
Oh, definitely. Not many times you sing a team song in changing rooms at Wembley, is there? So I think we took it. We just sang it over and over again. I think for 3 or 4 times, and then I think Simon had to stop us and get his talking, and then I think we went again after that. So it was a good one, yeah.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. Like I said earlier, we've had some real good ones over the years, but that one with the occasion.
It'll be one of the best team songs, put it that way. You're just so gassed from celebrating it. I don't even think anyone had any more, any voice to sing the song. But yeah, there was a lot of wasted beer, in my opinion. People spraying beers. I was like, well, what are we going to drink? Wouldn't mind if you just spraying on water bottles, not beers.
I remember drinking some beer. I remember a lot of beer being poured over me. You know what I mean? Because I'm singing, Adzy's on the drums and I'm singing in the middle. And I remember trying to scream at the top of my lungs, and honestly my voice wasn't working. Adzy was helping me, and it just felt like it was just, it was the perfect moment. We're all going crazy, everyone's in the middle, and it was special.
What's it mean to lead that song of a team that's just on at Wembley?
Yeah, I mean, when I started leading, I think I started leading it last year. That meant the world to me. You know, I think it's because I was probably one of the only people that knew all the lyrics. That's why I got the job. But to do it when we win, it does mean a lot to me. And you know, like you have some wins that don't go the way you want, and you didn't have the performance. The song's not as good. But you know, to feel the energy, all the lads, you know, look into the eyes of all the lads and what it means to them, it's amazing.
I think, we just kind of just sat in there and got around each other, huddled around, and got the team song going, and then, you know. Everyone just embraced each other, and Mazo had a drink from the car, and Adzy, I think we only had the one beer in there, and then had to get on the bus and wanted to spend some time with family because we didn't get to see them long enough just before we had to get back on the bus to Halifax. And it was just a funny time, trying to get a drink, but everywhere wouldn't serve you, so that was just different.
I think all players' families were in a bar upstairs and they all got turfed out. So we had to get on bus, drive 5 minutes out at ground and then pull up at roadside to kind of see his families, which were a bit of a strange one, a new scenario. And then obviously there were a few families with young kids, so we stayed over in London, and then a few other lads, obviously they got back on bus and they enjoyed a good celebration that Saturday night, driving back to Halifax.
Yeah, I think so. I think there's a picture going around. I think I think me and Jake had a drink out of it. Yeah, I'm not posting that one. I just keep that to myself.
Did you get a drink out of a cup?
I don't know if I did. I had to get my head stitched, so I don't even think I were on team photo in changing room after. I was sat getting my head stitched.
Oh, loud, very loud. Wasn't as long because people were drinking off the cup a little bit. So, but very good. You know, when you want something, everything's good. Everything the best in the world. Everyone's happy. So it was just good to share it with them boys. Maybe some still didn't realize what we done when we lift trophy and that. So you know, we always stay, have a drink with the boys in the changing room and enjoy every moment of it. Take a few pictures, some naked, some not. But it's just a good overall experience.
It were big and it went on for quite extended. It, you know, Adzi on drum and stuff. Yeah, it were a good old winning song that. Yeah, mega. I don't think we wanted it to stop at one point, but yeah, it were a nice winning song that.
Yeah, I've been lucky enough to win some comps back home, but winning that is probably the best team song I've ever sung. I've probably lost my voice screaming it that much.
Good celebration. Definitely a good celebration after that.
Listen up. When you're ready, I'm ready to say.
Well done, great. The next bit now, I'll take the fun out of it, but all your family up there. If we get all this done, decent time, we'll all get options. Demo. Where is it? There it is. Listen, we're all spot on today. Now, everyone looks spot on down to yourself because we wouldn't
Well, we'd have been tracksuit and like battling, looking like a bunting. So yeah, really appreciate it, man. Thanks for that.
Where's that from? Oh, Lannister. Presentation today.
So obviously on behalf of all lads, like Richie said, we've been turning up like scumbags, but we're really. Even though Sooty didn't look like a scumbag. You didn't have to do it, mate, and we really appreciate it, so.
No problem.
Yeah, so post game, get the boys in. Obviously, took a while to get into the dressing room because everyone's photos and doing all the bits and bobs there. Unfortunately, I didn't really get a chance to spend a lot of time with family straight after, but that's another story. Yeah, in the change rooms, as you can imagine, everyone's up, all got the medals and whatnot. Got them all together so we can address them as a group, and I basically just said, you don't need to hear from me. And then team song, and off they went, and got your team song on, and we finished with a bit of a presentation, if you like, between myself and Brandon, for Damien Clayton, who you'll find more and more out about Damien as time goes on. But so Damo's been attached to the club for a long time. He's been a great help to me, and he made a sweeping comment years ago.
2019 when we played Saints in Challenge Cup semi-final, we had a crack with Damo, and they were like, if you get to Challenge Cup final, I'll buy you Hugo Boss suits. Obviously we didn't beat Saints that day, but a few years later to get the opportunity to play at Wembley in 1895 Cup, and obviously didn't have to do it. He went out and he says, I'll still get you some Hugo Boss gear, and fair play to him. He went and made us look professional, and yeah, just a thanks to Damo for all that.
Anyway, stayed true to his words. As I said, there's nothing wrong with turning up in a tracksuit to Wembley at all, but you don't go often. We want to make it special, and the lads were up Damo straight away when we got into the final there, and true to his word, chucked his own money in the pot and looked after the boys and got us all sorted out, which was unbelievable, really. Something he didn't have to do, and I won't quite say we'd have looked like the Hare and Hounds turning up at Wembley, but it certainly, we felt the part, to go to the big show, I suppose.
Yeah, obviously Damo's been in and around the group a long time, and he'd obviously put his hand in his pocket for obviously the game day wear, and he put a lot of time and effort into the club. So we just got him a gift from the boys and stuff like that to say thank you for his efforts, really, and that it doesn't go unnoticed, and that we really appreciated it.
And after game, just a bit of a nice thing, really. Obviously, Damien, I was there when he purchased it. The till was ringing pretty high. His head nearly rolled off down the shop there when we picked it up. But yeah, after we'd had something made. Damien was leaving the Air Force. We had a fancy hip flask made, and we had some words written on there, and just sort of thanked Damo for his input. And again, I can't get away from it. Another volunteer for a club. We have loads of volunteers. A lot of clubs do, and they are very, very important. They don't always get the airtime or anything, but they're really important. And Damo's played a big role. He's been great for me personally. A good sounding board, not just on rugby terms, but around managing people matters and such like that. But yeah, nice little boys tipped in. Got him that, and he's a whiskey man. Maker's Marks his go. Got him a big bottle of that, which I think he's made a pretty big dent in, to be fair. Yeah, just a thank you, which was a nice touch for Damien, and good work from the boys there. And
so the speech was all about replying to. They bought me, they gifted me a whiskey. What are they called?
Flask.
Yeah. So they gifted me a flask which they had engraved, and Pudge presented it to me on behalf of the players, and I was a bit taken aback by it, to be honest. I wasn't expecting anything from them, and but there's a little card, and I've kept it, and the words in there, from Halifax Panthers, thank you for holding us accountable, which really struck a chord with me. I was, again, quite emotional about it, because linking into some of the things we've just discussed, they obviously go away and reflect, and it's important to them. These little things are important to them, so, and we do hold them accountable. So I spoke to them, which was absolutely the right thing to do after, to thank them for that, and where I saw where they were, and then culminating with my announcement of my future employment with the club, which I think went quite down well with them, to be honest, so it's good.
There's not a lot more I can say. I've said it loads of times before, but the investing class with it, so the club we're wearing, or the coach price up, all the effort that you're putting in. I mean, I said last week when I started training, the feeling when you're working for each other, like that teammate's part of one of our core values, and that's just 100% today, fellas. And do you know what? I'm leaving the Royal Air Force to be CEO of Halifax Panthers right now. Try scorer, winner at Wembley, captain, trophy winner. I mean, put that into words.
Can't really put it into words, mate. It's what things you dream of, isn't it?
Callie, congratulations.
Yep.
Wembley winner, how's that feel?
Yeah, mega. Probably haven't sunk in just yet, and probably won't sink in until next week when I stop being on. Nah. Yeah, unbelievable. Over the moon. One for the family, one for the family name too. Yeah, it's massive. It'll mean probably more to my family than what it means to me. Yeah, over the moon. These guys are legends, man. You won't find a team like it. Best minutes for life, I suppose, eh? My gosh.
Yeah, then we set about, well, we got kicked out pretty much. We wanted to shut Wembley down, so it was right, lads, quick showers, let's go. Yeah, and then off we go, party bus.
Yes, obviously we come to his family in that room after cover, so we met, like I said, we met on the side of the road for half an hour. Couldn't get no basic bus, so went to a Tesco's, didn't we? Had a good bus ride home. Kicked on into Halifax for a few hours after. And then we met at the beer kill at the afternoon, where it was friends and families, close. And friends, family, loved ones, whatnot. Good afternoon. Few still dusty from the night before, but just all sharing memories of the final, the day, the occasion, the night out. Just all good spectacle and a good thing for us to do.
Yeah, it was good to, it's being part of the club like Halifax. It's obviously you got the team, but you got the backroom staff as well, and all the fans that turn up every week and sing your name or anyone's name, and then sing for the club. So it's good to actually get a moment to be able to share it with them and talk to every one of them. Well, talk when I can understand for myself, but try my best. But if anyone that can speak French, that would be a massive help. But no, it's good to share. It's all of them little moments that you can share, sometimes once in a lifetime. So it's good to share it with everyone involved with the club.
What the hell?
nice just to have the squad there, all the families, and it was Sunday early afternoon, so obviously the emotions from the game, you'd calm down and just chance to soak it all in with each other and see everyone happy and kind of what it meant, people wearing the medals and just being around each other together. It was just a nice atmosphere, and obviously we got to spend a couple hours just with friends and family, which were nice, and then obviously fans got invited later on, so they came and filled it and made it turned into a bit of a party atmosphere, which I know people enjoyed, so I think it were good. It were a good little afternoon, evening all round, players, families and fans.
Yeah, it was a good celebration party. It was nice, obviously fans come in and could have a few drinks with his family. Yeah, it was nice. Yeah, I suppose obviously everyone else's families were there and all got mingling and talking, and people got to meet people that they hadn't met before, you know, and got to chat to people. So yeah, it was a nice experience with that. It was good to get us all together where we're probably in a bit more of a sober state than we were at night before.
Just obviously before the fans came in, it was just the boys, and I think a few boys had maybe took it a bit too far the night before, so it looked like they'd been dragged up, I think, but everyone turned up, and obviously the families and the kids, it was nice to all be there together as a team and just celebrate what we'd achieved.
Having a beer with the fans and just talking about it and just sharing those memories and experiences, it's invaluable. And you know, when I go home one day and wind down, it's going to be something where it's like, you know, I'll look back on and have, you know, fond memories of everyone here. It's incredible.
Yeah, it was good. Some of the lads stayed over with family down in London. So the majority of us came home because we were all going to meet up on the Sunday, which we did in town. Beer Keller, one of the sponsors of the club, opened up for us and made it sort of exclusive for friends and family first, which was good, just to touch base with everyone. And then, rightly so, I put the invite out for any of our fans to come and have a picture. The trophy was obviously there and catch up with a few of them. Obviously they're as invested in it as we are, I suppose. They all enjoyed it, and I think that was a good thing, a nice touch, I suppose, to make sure that they got an opportunity to have a bit of time with players and whatnot, which was pretty good. Yeah, then it's funny how so much effort goes in, then a blink of an eye it's done. We have a drink, enjoy ourselves, then there we go. We're off now, we're on to the next bit. And that's where you get to end it here and you look back and reflect and then probably get that satisfaction, enjoyment factor a little bit later. But yeah, back to business, it always is, Faz. It's, you know, the next game always comes around pretty fast, and although we definitely enjoyed it, Saturday night, Sunday night, which whatever people got up to, yeah, back to business Monday as usual.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice for everyone to be involved. Obviously, normally when lads do stuff together, it's just us, or we're normally on a Christmas do on beers or as Man Monday. So to have a bit of a moment in between where we're just having a couple of casual beers and a bit of food and everyone just celebrating something that happened the day before were quite nice, and for partners and kids and parents and everyone in between and fans to be there, it was a really enjoyable moment and a proud moment again, just to see like all lads like happy and families happy and kids enjoying themselves and fans bursting with pride, getting a photo with a trophy and all that. It were a good day. It definitely could have got out of hand, but unfortunately I got dragged home. Well, fortunately I got dragged home, or I'd have been hung over at my birth of my child.
God, yeah, but I mean, Zach, Jesus Christ, yeah. His life is never ever just straightforward, I don't think. But yeah, that will probably a mega do for him, you know. Really pleased. He was kind of in limbo whether baby were going to come before or while he was playing, or you know, before he played. But it probably couldn't have worked out any better for him, you know. He managed to get there for starters, get to play and obviously win, then come home, have a bit of time, obviously not being rough and too rough anyway, or too and then baby comes next day, you know. So yeah, it were probably a one to never forget for Zach, you know. I bet he were proper over the moon about it all.
I want to put on record, I actually want to thank my partner Chloe for being quite good with me, like for not like making me drive down on the Friday before Wembley or anything like that. She let me get on coach and she didn't bother me as much. I think it was more down to the fact of she got a date for a C-section, so she was pretty much dead set that she was having the baby that day, which we did. We had Florence on the Monday, the 14th.
Yeah, so I roomies with Zach, obviously, because he was my centre, I was winger, so we roomed together in semi, and then again in final, and I'd just been having crack with Zach saying, what are you getting on bus for? You should be driving. Your missus is going to go into labour Saturday, you're going to miss game, just winding him up, and he's like, don't say that, I don't want you bringing that into the world, all this stuff. And I think getting in his head a little bit, panicking him, but just he knew we were there to support him as well. If he needed help, we were there, we'd help him. But I think he was convinced that baby won't come until after the game, so that's why he jumped on bus with lads. He didn't even think about driving or getting train. And if you ask Zach, Mrs. probably won't be happy, but he'd probably say, I won't miss playing at Wembley for out. And he loves rugby, he loves training, and I think that moment for him was special. Obviously he got to enjoy that, and then a couple of days later he had a little kid, and I think that probably mellowed him out a little bit. I think he's realising what it's like to be a dad, and I think he's enjoying it. So now it was a good few days for him.
Yeah, it were quite a surreal couple of days. Like I was pretty much like Chloe. I was pretty much dead set. Like, yeah, we're having baby Monday, so I just didn't worry about it. I wasn't worried about it. I sort of like just I made up rugby. Like when I'm focused on rugby, I'm focused on rugby, which I did, and I tried my best to do that. I checked in on her, and she was fine. Everything was going well, and then I went and played the game. We won, and then I think I checked in on her again. Everything was fine. Went out for a couple of beers with lads, probably too many, especially when it's so close to birth of your child. And then had one or two beers next day, got a bit giddy, ended up getting dragged home because she knew I would have got out of hand, which I definitely would have, which I'm glad she did take me home. I'm glad I wasn't hungover the next day, and raw hospital the next day, and Florence born on Monday the 14th, which were a surreal moment as well. Best day of my life, but before she was born it was this, so it was definitely an awesome couple of days. Well, best couple of days of my life, like I've said before. Enjoyable moments, and just 3 days of joy, I guess, and it has been since then really. I've just been enjoying being a dad and being a Wembley winner.
Yeah, I think leading up to that game, Grixie said something that I'm gonna always remember. He wanted to say something like, "What's your mark or what legacy are you going to leave for this club?" And that's what I want to do, right there, sitting here. So just leave a legacy that people are going to remember you for. You don't want to just be another player that played for Halifax. You want to be a Wembley Cup winner or 1895 Cup winner. So, a sense of relief that we've won it, and especially very proud that it's the first time in 35 years that we've had some silverware back at the club of that magnitude. So, yeah, it's unreal.
I think the legacy of it will be, from our point of view, from a board level, it's something that we can build on going forward. We've had brilliant success from that moment, but the season itself's been really up and down, but something like this you can't take away from the players, can you? It's something that will be etched in the club's history forever.
Oh, well, you talk about 1987, that team, and the achievement, albeit it wasn't their challenge club, it's 1895, it's still progressing through to and winning at an iconic stadium that is Wembley. And I think the club as a whole will strive to get there in less time than 30 years the next time we visit the stadium. But we'll make sure that the spectators will make sure they love that occasion. If you had some speckies on here, they'd tell you that it was a massive thing, and just watching the media that you've done and the responses to that, and the interactions, it was a massive accolade for the town, and I think it'll be talked about for a long time to come.
That's forever written. I don't think it's written on there, is it? But it's forever written in history, innit? For if anyone has to search into to do with sports teams in Halifax, I suppose that's always now going to go down as a win at Wembley for Halifax in a cup this cup could go on for, I don't know, for however many other years, hopefully. It brings that for young people coming through to know that Halifax won at Wembley in this year, and this is what it means to play for your hometown team, and this is what you can do if you play for your hometown team, Hopefully it inspires some younger generation as well, seeing Halifax at Wembley, a generation where they haven't seen it for a long time, so the younger kids now, hopefully that's getting a bit of inspiration into the younger generation, I suppose.
I think he hasn't yet left a legacy, but he has a potential to leave a legacy. So me, since I've been at Halifax, I can see the direction that the club is taking, and it's going in a good direction. And the fact is, people remember the winners, and when you win, you attract people. It put you into the spotlight. So now, pressure on the club to try to build a legacy from that. Legacy in terms of increasing participation with rugby league within the community. Leaving a legacy in terms of inspiring the next generation, but also inspiring the parents that take these kids at the game. Try to increase attendance to the share.
Greg talked the other day about his at the Starman Awards about getting them fans back in the stands and things like this. Halifax is a rugby league town, I know it's got the football team as well, but it's a rugby league town. So driving that involvement and the engagement from the community, it's definitely a positive thing. And I think you talk about a legacy, probably not the right person to talk to or about it. You should just look at guys that are involved. So you talk about Grixie, you talk about Pudge, you talk about Callie, who are Halifax lads. And it just shows what it means to them and how good the club could be if the community engaged more and engaged as much as it does, because you have people like Callie that come all the way through. You need more of that if you want to keep a team like Halifax going. So yeah, I think it'll have a massive impact because it shows what the perseverance and commitment from people that are in the community and how it can drive success within the club.
I think it's absolutely, it was huge. Obviously the build up to the game and the positive thing around the town. I think Halifax football were obviously in the final around the same time. And obviously there's a real buzz around the town. And they're obviously the time which we want to bring back to the club. And I think that Halifax have had plenty of years of despair, and obviously we'd not been in the Super League and poor league finishes. And I think that if we can get back to a final and really push for playoffs in the next season or next couple of seasons, obviously under Finney and what Finney wants to bring to the table, I think it'll be really good for the town, and I think it'll bring the fans back into the stadium, and it's obviously something that us as players really want to achieve.
Yeah, when it is all done, to win that, I mean, it might not mean a lot to Super League teams because they're going for the Challenge Cup, but this is for part-time players. This is the other than the league. This is the realistic opportunity for silverware and a big stadium and a big day out, and we've managed to knock it off, and hopefully, we've got some more success to look forward to. I think good people in the background of this club that are doing a great job, and they'll continue to do so. But I think there's a few things that are on the horizon for the club, which will be great. This will find a place over there in the cabinet over there, which has not had a lot put in it for a long while. So hopefully, again, start a little bit of a fire there, and we can go after it again.
There's no reason why it's not going to be big. What was it, 35 years since last time Halifax went to Wembley? And I'll be honest, I didn't have a clue about Halifax before moving to England, and not much before coming to play here. And first thing I heard when I came here, I was like, oh, we won Wembley in 1987. So it's good to actually have a trophy from Wembley to bring back to the town. Obviously, it's only the first of many more in the coming years, but that's a good start for us. And if it's the only one, I hope people keep talking about it for years to come.
We've had some highs over years, middle eights, getting some big wins in there, making the top fours, playing Super League sides, Challenge Cup, beating Bradford in that quarter final, and getting an opportunity to play Saints at Bolton. But there's nothing like actually going out and winning a trophy, and at the end of the day that's what we all play for. It's alright enjoying them occasions, like even Saints this year. You enjoy them occasions and the big moments, but to actually go and achieve something where when you come you start questioning, is it ever going to happen, to actually get to Wembley and lift that cup, it's something that'll never be forgotten.
It's not a small feat what we did, and as I said, it'll be talked about for a long time, but just the way we got there and the adversity we had, and I think even tied into the fact that we hadn't been going good in the league, and well, not bad, but it's been up and down. I think it all tied into that, and regardless of what happens, like we do have this, achievement that we achieved like as a team, and I hope that the town, it's something that they can hang on to for a long time, long before we're gone, long after we're gone. But yeah, I guess it's hard for me to comment so much on that, but I hope that it means as much to everyone else as it does to us, because I'll carry it until I die. So,
speaking of legacy again, how do you want to be remembered as a Halifax player?
I think I said we had a chat about this before, like beginning of the year. My thing with footy, I love playing footy, but when I stop playing with these boys, I want them to think of me it's more than footy. I want to be known, remembered as a bloke that that I'm there for my mates, and I'm a good mate first and foremost, and obviously that, the cliche thing, you want to be known as someone who doesn't let your mates down and all that sort of stuff. And I think it's not spoken about enough how important it is to be a good bloke off the field in order to be a part of a good footy side. And just knowing the calibre of men around me, just to know that they know that I'm always going to be there for them. I've always got their back, and hopefully that filters into footy. But first, most of all, I just want to be known as a good person to my mates, peers, and the town. I try to put as much effort I can. Even after the game, I love seeing the crowd. I love seeing the fans. And do you remember there's someone that I'm just as much, that we're all equal. That's sort of I want to be known as.
I want to be remembered as a Frenchman who won a title. No, I'm joking, but as someone who I might not be well gifted by amazing rugby skills, but always try to give 100% when I play. Every time I wear this jersey, I wear with passion and pride. It's the club I played the longest, 5 years. I never did that. Apart of Toulouse, but I came through the ranks, so it's a bit different. So that would be a club where I really stay in my heart. So yes, I want to be remembered as someone passionate and give everything, and we're proud to wear the Panthers jersey.
I'm a simple man really, but just hopefully that I've never stepped foot on a pitch and not gave 100%, and that I'll just keep working relentlessly really to win at all costs, and just hard working.
And that's how you want to be remembered?
That's right, yeah. Probably got an old school mindset from obviously being from West Cumbria. It's a tough place to obviously be brought up in. There's not a lot going on up there, and I think you've got to just be willing to be mentally strong. So I think it's something that stood me in good stead for obviously Championship Rugby League, and I just hope that I can have a positive impact on other people, really.
I don't know. Not really giving that much thought. As a good player, as someone that tried hard, as someone that was brought a bit to the club, brought a bit of something different, a bit of thrill, a bit of excitement. Someone that could win you a game when it needed it. I probably for my part, it'll probably be for most fans, that Bradford memory that sticks in their heads, which is, for me, it's a great memory for them to kind of have, and it means the world to me. And I still get people come up to me sometimes and say, that try at Bradford, you know, because I'd come off the bench as well, and yeah, that's probably one of, yeah, and played, yeah, out of position as well. But just as a good servant to the club and someone that got involved and someone that embodied the culture and the traditions that Halifax are trying to drive, and just as a team player, you know, someone that really does care. I've been here eight years. The club obviously means the world to me. So someone that, you know, was a great servant of the club and gave all he could to kind of take the club from one place to another. So yeah.
If I can be remembered first, that'd be good. Yeah, lift the trophy, fair enough. But I try to be best I can be on or off the pitch. I try to. I think I'm never are. There's always a step for better. Maybe perfectionist sometimes, but that's how it is. So if I can just be remembered as someone that helped a team, won a trophy, just being part of this team, and that would bring just smile to my face. That's all I ask for. Nothing much more.
So for me personally, I think I just thought people remember that I give my all for the club, whether you think I'm best player in the world or not. Just know that whenever I've put shirt on, I've always tried my best and never took a backward step when I've been on that field, and I'll always continually do that. And I think, obviously looking back to the Wembley memory, we've touched on it, but there won't be many people who you can say played the 200th game for their hometown club in a cup final at an iconic stadium, and obviously I hope that'll be something I'll always remember and something that I hope is remembered down the line. But yeah, hopefully I've got more games in me. I think I've played 206 for Halifax as of recording, so I'm aiming for at least 250 club games, and if I get more than that, who knows. But I'd like to think in this era where you don't play the number of games that you used to play back in the olden days when people were getting 500-600 games for the club, I think I'd probably go down as one of the highest capped players for the club in kind of the modern era, and that'd obviously be something special for me.
I don't know what words I put to it, just because I know I'm not, well, yeah, it's just who I am, as I always have been. I've always just been an hard-working person who will try their hardest and give their all and try not give an inch to the opposition, and I'll chase from the left side of the field if someone makes a break on the right, and you'll get extra efforts off me. You'll get me doing little stuff where people might not be bothered about, but some of the lads might see it and be like, oh yeah, he don't take a backward step, or he'll always have a dig for us. And that's what I want to be remembered for, an hard-working player who never let this team down. Some of the lads might say different in certain games. What have happened this year, I might have let them down once or twice, but I like to think the fans think of me in that sort of way. I'm not your flasher, try scorer or your big hitter, but I like to think I'm good enough in areas that they think I'm an hard-working good player.
Never really thought of that, to be honest. I like to think that I'm a good teammate, on and off the field, but how I like to be remembered. As a genuine guy, as not just Adam Tangata, the rugby player, but Adam Tangata, the person, a good person as a rugby player and an individual, and that's probably just scratching the surface, only because I actually really never thought of how I'd leave a legacy. That's something you think about when you're retiring. Not doing that anytime soon. But no, definitely just being a genuine person and genuine good.
Probably. I just like the players to remember me as being someone they want on their side. To be proud to play with, sort of play. It's nice if the fans say things, but to be honest, the players that play alongside are my priority. Do you know what I mean? I'd like them to remember me as someone they enjoy playing with and they like going to battle with, and I'd like them to think that I always try my best for them and me while we're on the pitch.
Yeah, hopefully I want to be remembered as one of just as a player that's given a lot for the club, I suppose, and you know, always had that desire to win and get out what's best for the club. I think it'd be nice to be remembered as someone that's worked hard, and that's shown on the pitch, I suppose. Yeah, so I mean, I hope I get remembered as someone that did good for the club and not bad, I suppose, when it all comes to an end.
I'm looking forward to seeing the footage when it's all done. I'm looking forward to seeing myself speak, but looking forward to seeing some of the boys' opinions and how they felt about it, and also some of the footage. I don't swear too much or whatever, but there'll be some gold in there, I think.